Hey everyone, welcome back to CB Auto News. Today we're taking a closer look at the 2026 Mazda CX-5. And trust me, it's not just a refresh. It's a rethinking of everything that made the CX-5 great in the first place. Mazda is changing the game here, simplifying what's confusing, upgrading what's outdated, and making this SUV smarter, sleeker, and more efficient than ever. This isn't just a redesign, it's a reset. So grab a seat and stay with us until the end, because we're diving into everything from design changes and tech upgrades to the all-new hybrid powertrain that Mazda built completely in-house. Let's get into it. Let's start with what you can see. At first glance, the 2026 CX-5 looks familiar, and that's intentional. Mazda isn't trying to throw away everything you recognize. The silhouette, the proportions, the stance, they all stay true to the outgoing model. But look closer, and you'll start noticing the difference. The front end has been totally reworked. The grille is wider, bolder, and more upscale. The slim LED headlights give off a sharper, more focused vibe, like the SUV is squinting into the future. The look is cleaner, more modern, but still very Mazda. And while the prototype is still wrapped in camouflage, the message is clear. Mazda wants to keep the elegance, but push it forward. You'll notice subtle changes in the rear pillars and sculpted panels that give it a more refined, more aerodynamic feel. Mazda's design philosophy has always been about less is more, and in 2026, that minimalism feels more premium than ever. Now, this is one of the boldest moves Mazda's making. They're simplifying the entire lineup. That's right, the number of CX-5 versions is getting slashed by around 60%. And no, that's not just a cost-saving decision. It's a customer-first move. Too many choices confuse people. Trim levels, engine variants, option packages, it gets overwhelming. Mazda's answer? Keep only the configurations that buyers actually want. Fewer decisions, less stress, and an easier path to getting the CX-5 that fits your life. This approach is going to apply not just to the CX-5, but to Mazda's entire global lineup. That's a bold step toward making car buying feel modern, streamlined, and stress-free. Now for the real headline. Mazda has finally built its own hybrid system. Yes, unlike the CX-50 hybrid that uses Toyota's borrowed tech, the 2026 CX-5 will feature an in-house hybrid powertrain developed entirely by Mazda. This is huge. Why? Because it shows Mazda is no longer riding shotgun in the electrification game. They're taking the wheel. Enter the Skyactiv-Z, a brand new advanced four-cylinder engine designed from the ground up. This engine will replace the older Skyactiv-G and Skyactiv-X units in the near future. It's designed to meet the toughest emissions standards while still delivering strong, responsive performance. Mazda hasn't dropped exact horsepower numbers yet, but here's what we do know. It uses advanced combustion technology to improve fuel efficiency. It significantly cuts down CO2 emissions, and it still drives like a Mazda. Responsive, smooth, and engaging. This isn't just about going green. It's about preserving the joy of driving while meeting global environmental standards. The CX-5's hybrid heart is what makes it not just more efficient, but smarter about how it uses power. Let's talk efficiency. Mazda didn't just build a hybrid for the sake of having one. They built a hybrid that's made for the modern driver. Whether you're commuting in a busy city, taking a road trip, or just running errands, the 2026 CX-5 is going to stretch every drop of fuel. Thanks to the Skyactiv-Z system and real-time power distribution via Mazda's tech-savvy hybrid architecture, you can expect noticeable gains in fuel economy, especially compared to the current CX-5's turbocharged gas engines. And it's not just about saving money on fuel, it's about adapting to new rules. With stricter emissions regulations popping up around the world, especially in Europe, the US, and Japan, this new hybrid setup helps the CX-5 stay compliant without killing performance. It's the best of both worlds, eco-conscious without being boring. And speaking of smart, let's talk ODD. Mazda's iActive all-wheel drive system isn't new, but in the 2026 CX-5, it's smarter and more responsive than ever. This isn't just an ADD system that reacts, it predicts. By analyzing road conditions in real time, from temperature and wheel slip to steering input and acceleration, it sends power to the wheels that need it most before you even notice there's a problem. Rainy roads, snowy mountain passes, loose gravel trails? The CX-5 doesn't panic. it adapts. That's the kind of silent confidence you want in an SUV. Let's move inside. Mazda's interior design has always been about simplicity meets purpose, and the 2026 CX-5 doubles down on that idea. While official interior shots haven't been fully revealed, here's what we can expect. A driver-focused layout with fewer distractions, a clean, minimalist dashboard lit by ambient LED accents, an upgraded 12.3-inch HD infotainment display running the Mazda Connect system, retained physical controls for key functions because sometimes buttons are just better. Expect two-tone leather options, improved seat comfort, and more sound insulation than ever before, creating a cabin that feels peaceful, premium, and practical all at once. In other words, this SUV doesn't shout luxury, it whispers quality. So what does all this tell us? The 2026 Mazda CX-5 isn't just an update, it's a mission statement. Mazda is saying, we can design beautifully, we can drive beautifully, and now we can do it efficiently. This SUV marks a transition moment, from a gas-powered past to an electrified future, while staying true to Mazda's philosophy of balance and driving feel. The fact that they're doing it with less complexity, more in-house engineering, and a focus on customer simplicity shows how seriously they're planning their next decade. So when can you get your hands on one? Mazda has confirmed that the 2026 CX-5 will roll out globally between 2025 and 2027, depending on the market. In Australia alone, the CX-5 continues to be a top seller, with over 22,000 units sold in 2023, making it the third best-selling midsize SUV. As for pricing, we're expecting a starting range of around $33,000 to $39,000, depending on the market and trim level. Fully loaded hybrid variants could reach up to $45,000, still competitive compared to the likes of the Toyota RAV4 hybrid, Honda CR-V hybrid, or even the entry-level Audi Q5. The value here is crystal clear, especially if Mazda delivers on performance and efficiency. So there you have it, the 2026 Mazda CX-5 in all its smarter, simpler, and more efficient glory. Mazda didn't just tweak the surface, they rewrote the playbook. From a cleaner hybrid engine and a refined design to intelligent AWD and a simplified buying experience, the new CX-5 is Mazda's way of saying, yes, we're ready for the future, and we're going to make it fun to drive. If you've been waiting for a crossover that looks great, drives better, and now thinks smarter, this might just be your next SUV. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the hottest new cars. See you in the next video.